Comrades, I am Admiral Andre, and welcome back to the next episode of Realpolitiks with Turkey. We are fighting still two wars here against the US and against the terrorists. And there's an important caveat that I have to add with regards to the terrorists. Let's just zoom out here so we don't hear the gunfire too loudly. The timer here, this is not something that I really picked up last time. We have only 172 days left to win against the terrorists until they launch their attack. I'm not exactly sure, but I think this is something similar that happened in South Africa in that campaign. There was also an attack like this, but I think there I either didn't act against it or I waited until the last minute and then they actually attacked one of our cities. So we're going to try and prevent this. Hopefully this will be enough time to actually bring them to their knees. But I'm afraid I think we'll probably need 100 war scores since we have no option to negotiate with them. So let's just see what we can do with that. I think our forces here are in a pretty good state, and compared to theirs they still have no armor, so I think we'll be fine there. Let's just have a look at the US side of things. There, of course, it's not even a contest. The US outmatches us in every measurable sense, to sort of paraphrase Captain Picard there. And yes, so I think ambushing them is still the best option until they are willing to negotiate. I think we should maybe just try to see if they will accept a white peace at this point, but I doubt it. So let's just see what happens. I'll send the offer and it's refused even though we're still paused. So I guess they're really that determined. Then of course there's another war happening right on our doorstep here in Syria and the rest of Mashriq. So they did take over, did they? Doesn't look like it though. No, they did. No, they didn't. Okay, it's just because their flag, the flag of Syria is so similar to the flag of Iraq here. So that war seemed to have ended, but the Mashriqi didn't take it over. Perhaps they installed their government or something. That's interesting. But now they're of course fighting against Syria here, and it looks like Syria is losing, which I'm not surprised about, since Syria is just a small one-province territory now. So with that said, I think let's just continue and see if we can't turn it around. We're still busy with international actions and diplomatic missions too, and that's it. So let's see, there's no other major things happening like fundraisers or anything like that. So secure the front. Hopefully this will be a quick success for us. Look how quickly the time is flying. So okay, at least we won that. Frontal advance. Gee, that's really fast-paced, but anyway. Let's see. Okay, at least our victories are equally fast-paced. And take garrisons against the US, we won. So our ambushes are really working there. Come on, another one, my good grief. Okay, this is much better than I was hoping. Let's see, air supremacy, that should go quite fast. Then if we settle this thing quick enough, look at that, there's no contest even. What? That's crazy. Take the key cities wherever they have entrenched themselves. This is such a turnaround from last episode, which I enjoyed actually. I really like those situations in a game where you have to struggle, you know. It mustn't be overwhelming, but at least it has to be a serious contest. Come on. It's taking a bit longer to implement here. And it's done. Okay, we might just stop this terrorist attack in 106 days. Okay, I just want to pause. Let's see, is there anything else we need to be doing, like the stock exchange here? We still have to wait for the timer to expire to add the next member. So I think it's fine there. Is there anything happening in the UN that we need to be aware of? 3 countries. This thing is in operation right now. Start a global fundraiser. So these are all the past ones. Unfortunately, we can't stop this attack on totalitarian mission here, or resolutions. What's this? The Self-Determination Act. Increase global unhappiness for provinces with foreign cultures or civilizations, and the US is behind this, and it will pass by the looks of it. Well, I don't know if that's a problem for us, because the territories we've taken are not really foreign cultures or civilizations, so that really will restrict any expansions beyond your particular culture, but this is definitely not a problem. Anyway, we have the, what was the other one that we got last time with the Islamic direction that we took? Arabian culture, I think. So we can take those over as well without any problem. Egypt, what do you want? Would you like to share some of your IT solutions with us? We're willing to pay a good price. Well, we lose action points. Of course we can afford that. I guess so. Why not? It gives us money and it doesn't seem to cost us anything other than action points. Okay, do it. We certainly could use the money. Come on, take the garrisons. They're down to 6 aircraft and 3 infantry. Incompetent general, that's exactly what we don't need now. One of our top generals has suffered another string of losses. I don't know who it is because we keep winning now. It seems clear that he's no longer effective in frontline positions. Problem is, he's very influential and popular among the brass. Replacing him would be difficult. Well, let's promote him, so that will create a lot of unhappiness, and he's got one last chance, but then the attack modifier drops by 2. To be honest, I'll rather take the unhappiness. We're already suffering terribly there, we're almost at 40%, but having a negative attack modifier applied to us at this point will be absolutely devastating. So, get him to a nice safe desk somewhere. Winning is our only concern right now. Come on, Anatolia, there we go. Got another one. Lost against the US, that's fine. Just get this thing out of the way, then we'll refocus all our efforts on that front. No one has invaded, of course. They haven't dared to invade China. But Mashriq, since it's also on the hit list, I'm still waiting to see if anyone will take up the struggle against them, but I don't think anybody will. They seem to want to pick on us. Supply lines, okay, just stop here. Riot in Mosul. That was because of the separatism. Oh, good grief, another war. We can't fight 3 wars at the same time. Okay, just hold on here. This is craziness here. Okay, I guess we know what happens if we do nothing against a separatist movement. Do we have any troops? We still seem to have a few lying around here. Those were the batch that were trained recently. But look at their numbers. 29, 12 and 11. Okay, just hold them off as long as you can until we can beat the terrorists. So do the ambush. And I don't want to hear about it again. Show me the terrorists. We have to end this now. The final offensive. Hopefully this will be quick. And we have 51 days. Okay, USA has broken through. Secure the front against the rebels, so they're pushing up against us. But once this thing is done, hopefully we can still do something about it. Oh, it's over. It's over. The US is trying to force us to accept what? Demilitarization. Reduce the army of Turkey by 50% for 1,300 days. That's several years. And of course we'll lose score here. They have 12% war score, but the requirement is 50%, so I think they're pushing their luck here. No. Get out of here. Terrorist network destroyed. Against all the odds. We won the fight against a key terrorist group. Their organization has been shattered. So extra score, but also less unhappiness, which is great. Okay, just stop there. We need to rethink our strategy right now. So the US is getting bold now, but it's let's see, what's it doing? It's bringing some more infantry in. We're just ambushing, but we have almost nobody on this front anymore. That's the problem. Do we have anyone? Okay, there but now that's not good though. I reassigned all of our other troops to this one, so I guess, can we train anyone else? I don't think so. No, we can't. We've exceeded the limit. Yes, unless we accept the US terms. It might be the only option, you know. 1,300 days is a very long time, but we can use that time to rebuild and also improve our military technology and use the 50% that we still have to fight against the separatists, which I think will be more than a match for them. I'm not sure. Can we offer something? Okay, 11 days from now. I think we should just try and reassign the troops to the other front as quickly as possible. Not all of them, though. I'm not losing against the people in Mosul, because then why did we go to the trouble of, you know, taking it over and staving off 3 wars at the same time? Come on, where are you? No, wrong conflict. Good grief. This one. There we go. Now we should be able to hold them off. But actually now we should resign this and do something else. Did we lose something? They said we lost the front or something. Doesn't look like it. Try again. Secure the front here. They're trying to infiltrate. We won against the rebels. That's a good, quick victory there. Frontal advance. Okay, it is paused. I always have to remind myself of that. Do the supply lines capture. I think we should have some success there, and they're just trying to ambush us. That means they're definitely on the defensive now. Okay, come on. What do we do here? Infiltration. We have nothing more up our sleeve. Let's see if we can't talk to them again. White peace, I'm sure they will just refuse. Is there anything else? No, but... no, we couldn't enforce any of those either. Try again. Refused. Okay. They've offered... This must be them now. Political victory. Destroy Turkey's bloc. Impose a political system of United States on Turkey and destroy Turkey's bloc. Do we accept this? You know, we might have to. We don't have a bloc, so that won't be a penalty against us. It's really the political system, but we can always turn back again to authoritarianism. And it doesn't affect our military, only our score, of course. You know, I'm reluctant to do it, but I think sometimes, just like in South Africa, the campaign against the Martian thing with the Russians, sometimes we just have to give you know, how did Riker put it? I was watching a few Star Trek clips on YouTube the other day. Some days you get the bear, and some days the bear gets you. So there we go. I'll say accept. Democracy. We're finally free from the oppression of the usurper. Now the people and only the people will determine the future of this country. Would you like to learn more about system changes? Why not? Let's just have a quick look. But does that mean now the US put us in their block? It looks like it. Executive power lies directly in the hands of the people. Wars. We can't declare wars without very low relations. Elections. We must accept. Negotiation, a deficit, we can have more deficit, that's good. And of course the nuclear is not an issue for us. Let's just pause right now and zoom out of this incessant gunfire. So, okay, no, this is not their block that we're in, this is just peace. This is also why they won, because we weren't fighting just against the US, it was the Israelis as well, and the Canadians, the Slovakians and the Danes. Hey, well, I think we still did very well there, and we can't win them all, so I think it was the best choice. Difficult choices, but there we go. And it looks like Iraq is also fighting its own rebels now. Okay, let's just take care of this. Having now surrendered in that fight, we can't lose this one as well. 1. Okay, next one. Capture the cities. Mosul. Another victory. Well, I guess they lost that. Running war. Turkey versus rebels in Mosul. This war loss thing is going to take so long to get rid of, but anyway. We do need several years of peace now. Okay, unused stock slots. Let's just stop there and see if we can't entice another wealthy country to join. What about the US? Is it willing now? It is. How much irony can you get? Of course, we have really bad relations with them. So that's going to harm our income here. But yes, I guess that's a positive way. Oh, it's terrible. Only 9. Well, hopefully we can improve relations and actually, turn the whole thing into an advantage. We have to look on the bright side. No, I don't want spy actions. I want diplomacy. Try and improve relations. It costs, but we can afford this without debt. And it will pay off in the long run. Okay, back to the war. Get those cities. Next, guard posts. That was a quick victory. That's again the ambush thing. No option but 100% victory. There's no negotiation with them. Secure the front. I guess this is constantly them trying to implement ambush and failing. Nationalist movements in Spain. Spain is looking to expand. Gibraltar, a vital port and formerly Spanish, is a great place to start. Oh dear, that's gonna cause some trouble. We're living in interesting times indeed. So I guess they're trying to settle that once and for all. Diplomatic failure with the US. We need a lot more diplomatic technology, it seems. Oh well. It is to be expected after such a brutal war. You can imagine how many tens of thousands of American soldiers we killed in this war. Take the garrisons. Because this has been going on for several years now. I'd have to go back in the previous videos to see when it started. But I mean, you can imagine. And apparently we were also fighting in the US itself. That's why we needed the transports. So yes. Come on, 58%. Research will be left in about, or done in about 100 days. And elections next year, that's okay. We're 8th now again. Our meteoric rise has come to an abrupt halt. Even Indonesia has surpassed us. If there's any other fundraising opportunities, we're going to have to jump on them. 1. Okay, next. There this thing comes up anyway. Okay, well, it's the forecast. Focal point. No, I don't want to do a focal point attack. Withdraw. Pursuit, infiltration. What do we need to do here? Breakthrough, I guess. Then again, they don't control any territory, so it will probably be a different kind of war. Let's have a look at our system right now. So we're over our max capacity, unfortunately. We'll have to decommission some troops there, but we must actually reassign them. Didn't even do that after the US ended. Military maintenance, war losses, okay, won that, and won that. Airstrike, pursuit, focal points there, frontal advance. Let's just see, manual theater, okay, nothing to see there. Debt is of course still ridiculous. Okay, won another one, and the final offensive. But we seem to be making quite a bit of profit still, 136 now per month, so we would have had obviously 270 something, but at least we are still in the black here. Then what else? How do we see like any other differences from this whole government change? Let's see. Yes, democracy now. Democracy. What's that other meme on the internet? That picture of the bomber? If democracy if you won't come to democracy, democracy will come to you. So that's what happened to us. Rebels crushed. Our army managed to stifle the rebellion and maintain the stability of our government. The rebel scum will now face justice in the courts. Good. Extra score for us, and unhappiness 25% goes down. That's great. So we're basically all, happy again. And our country is at peace. Let's just pause for a moment and appreciate the fact that after about 3, 4, 5 years of incessant warfare, we are finally at peace again. Good grief. So the next thing we have to do is see how we can rebuild and recover from this. And then squash Mashriq. But that will take a bit of time, I think. Since I think this will be relatively easy because we have poor relations with them anyway. Good grief, we actually need to lower it further. Just see again, wait, it's better to use the relation map. They don't actually hate us anymore, that's surprising. 61. Good grief, they forget quickly. Of course, Israel hates us because of the war, and the US and Canada, but the rest of the world seems to love us again. I guess it's the democracy factor now. Well, that's good for us then. But then I'm thinking maybe we should kick the US out of the stock market. Pick somebody else for now. I know we'll lose the money for a few months there, almost a year, but it won't pay off anyway. So, more research. Let's see. Cancel the Great Offensive, and we can always institute it again at some point. The women and children mobilization, and the no step back. Well, they did save us from 2 wars at least. Super Parents Grand Lottery. It's interesting. I wonder if we lost population in this war. It would be very difficult to see. Let's just look at the internal situation again. What's the unemployment anyway? Okay, population is 9.5. I think we started with 8.5. Or something in the 8, so we're anyway still growing in terms of population, but it's a negative at the moment. Must be because of the war. Now, where do I see the unemployment economy again? And right now it is 17%. It is dropping very marginally, so that's also the next thing we have to focus on. Okay, let's see. Fight unemployment. I think it's worth it because we can put the people to work rebuilding the country. So I know it doesn't actually give a bonus in terms of the war losses, but we can imagine there. We could also do the diplomatic offensive. Relations with the whole world and the warmonger decrease. And then once that's gone, we can take it away. Or is it gone? No, it's not gone yet. So I think it's the best thing right now. Once the diplomatic missions are done, we can start working on unemployment. Although that's a permanent thing, but we just need to get it instituted. Okay, well, now we have a time to catch our breaths again. Conservative coalition. The Conservatives have proposed a coalition for the upcoming elections. Their structures and experience may help us greatly, but everything has a price. Accept this offer or do not accept their influence. On the one hand, I don't know how that will bode now. We can run with this whole democracy thing, at least for a while. Of course, that means the whole Ottoman Empire project is going to collapse because we can't just invade countries like we wish. But then we can choose, I don't know, something that brings down the personal control. Militarism target? No, we've accepted the Ottoman Empire pathway, so let's go on the path that takes us back to militarism again. Conservative coalition. Okay, war losses. Can I see the exact number here? Oh yes, the other thing is the capacity. You see, that's where the militarism is now costing us. So how much do we have to get rid of? Oh, I don't like doing this, but let's do it anyway. Discard some of the tanks. We'll say they're obsolete. At least we'll say that in the media. Okay, 3 more aircraft. One more. Let's resign one of the troops then. They can have a break now after so many years of warfare. Okay, diplomatic offensive is done, so now let's have a look. Fight unemployment. That is what I promised in the campaign. We can pretend for the new elections, so let's institute that. And we're surrounded by war. There's a war now in Armenia as well, with Iran. And Armenia is losing terribly. Is there... there's probably nothing we can do here. You know, that's the whole other thing now with the Turkish and the Armenians that I'm not getting into at all. But we could try, could we even add them to a block at this point? Just to ensure their survival? We don't want Iran to become too powerful here. They'll probably refuse. And will it draw us into a war against Iran now? I need to think about what I'm doing first. Invite Armenia to our block. Let's see if we can't repair relations with Armenia. They accepted, so now we are in a war with Iran and we're losing. Oh, good grief. Okay, well, at least I can say I didn't start this one. Okay, so we can see the Armenians were doing ambush. Okay, assign all of the Turkish troops. Oh, good grief, I just like chaos, it seems. Now I'm sad I resigned those troops. Okay, well, resign from this and we start fighting back. Maybe our technology will help. And this can be a way for us to heal the wounds of the past with Armenia. Supply lines capture, let's see how that goes. If we can actually help Armenia and ensure their victory in this war, I'm sure everything will turn around. You know, that whole long-standing animosity between Turkey and Armenia. We have managed to catch agents from Egypt, of course. They are our other main rival in the Middle East. Let me just see, has this harmed our relations with the rest of the world? No. Just with Iran, of course. At the last hour, we intervened to stop their invasion of Armenia. I love this. Anyway, yes, we accept the voting results. We will not dispute that. We can't anyway. They want us to accept a peace which is to acquire Mosul. You can jump into a lake. Sorry. Never going to happen. We are more than a match for them. There, first victory. No, don't do the airstrike. Or should we? Yes, do it. Last time it worked out for us. Yes, I can be a conqueror and a peacemaker at the same time because we help Armenia. Okay, let's see. What else? Why is this red now? Oh, it's still on cooldown, so we can't accept it again. But that's fine. I don't think we need it now. Let's look at something else. Something in the military, perhaps. You know, we still have the choice. We can stick with importing our military equipment, or we can start manufacturing it once we have the money. But I'm wondering if we shouldn't stick to this. I don't think we can, because we'll never be able to actually get transporters. That's really a problem. Well, what about atomic power? No, it's too expensive. We really should avoid more debt now. Rocket technology? Why not? Turkey can into space. Come on, destroy some of those tanks. It will help us. They're creeping into Baghdad with the infiltration. We're losing that. I don't know, this whole armor destruction thing is very iffy. They still have 3-3, that's why. It's because we cancelled those benefits from the Great Offensive and all of that. Well, I guess we'll have to fight them conventionally then. It's at least equal, so let's try the roads. Capture the roads. Of course, it won't be good if we lose this war. There's always that possibility. Let's get more troops into this. Fight! Of course, you get the whole Sunni Shia split now as well, but we can try and heal that rift another day. No, lost that one. Oh dear. I just can't seem to get myself out of trouble. And there's my alarm going off. But I need another victory. I need a victory. Give me another airstrike. How can you miss with an airstrike? Then of course they also do the... No, but here I guess the green, because the green is us, we have the +2. But they're still gonna win the infiltration. Now they're doing ambush again. Hey! Incessant war. But I like it, you know? At least from a tactical standpoint. It makes the whole thing very interesting. What? You've got to be kidding me. Where's the UN outrage? They've attacked Armenia. But it failed. But still, I mean, that's throwing fallout all over Armenia. Okay, there's the UN outrage. Iran is in their hit list now twice over. But I don't know if they'll do anything. They just seem to condemn them verbally, but they don't actually act against them. Come on, give me at least one victory. Okay, diplomatic missions is implemented. Let's see, is there anything else? Mobilization, maybe. No. We need something that gives us a tactical advantage. Here, no, militarism. No. Here, elite infantry training. That's it. That gives us more recruitment cost, but it also gives us a permanent attack modifier to the infantry. Soldiers are subjected to the hardest and most elite training possible. Do it. Turkish troops will be the best in the world. Come on, at least give me one victory before the end of this episode. No, it's going against us. And they want us to accept their demand for Mosul again. I won't. Never. Okay, I think we'll leave it here. We're in another hopeless war. But yes, well, it's interesting at least, don't you think? I think our chances are quite good. It might take a while, but I think we can turn things around here and cement a permanent friendship with Armenia, which is a worthy goal in itself. So, that was quite another fun episode. I like that we're always up to trouble this time. It makes it interesting. So, see you next time. Have a fantastic day.